3 tax tips.
All right, here are 3 tax tips. Number 1, if you bought an electric vehicle in 2024, make sure that you have a projected balance due, because the credit for that is non-refundable, which means, let's say you have a $3,000 tax bill, but you have a $7,500 vehicle credit because you got an electric vehicle. Well, guess what? You're only going to be able to claim $3,000 of that $7,500 credit. So if you bought one in 2024, make sure you have a balance due to take advantage of the credit. If you're buying one in 2025, make sure that you have, your withholding such that you'll be able to maximize the benefit of that. Tax tip number 2, if you have had your house for a long time and you're thinking about selling, be aware that you do have, if you're single, you have a $250,000 exclusion as long as you lived in it for more than 2 years and own it for more than 2 years. Or if you're married, you have a $500,000 exclusion. And so let's say you bought your house back in the 80s and now you're selling it and you're going to have a huge gain on the sale. Do your part to have as much paperwork to document expenses that you put into the house. No, not light bulbs, but we're talking like roofs, decks, porches, driveways, that kind of thing, because that way you can maximize your tax deduction, your exclusion benefit, and minimize your basis. So for example, let's say you bought the house for $200,000 back in the 80s, which would have meant you had a really nice house, and now you're selling it for $1 million, and you've been married, and so, or you are married, so you've got $500,000 exclusion. So now you're going to have to pay taxes on $200,000 of long-term capital gain. All right. But if over that 40 years you put a roof on, you built a deck, and you just spent money on different parts of the house that are improvements or maintenance, and no, not light bulbs, not, getting your house cleaned every week, but significant stuff, then that will help reduce your long-term capital gain.
Okay. Thank you, George Fuller, A3 Accounting Services.
Yeah, glad to help. Thank you.